Hang on a minute, guys. Trying to get my. So I think you've got my chart on the screen there. Good morning, Ray. Good to see you here from New Zealand. Visuals good. Oh, okay. Live YouTube, and be sure everything is up and running. I'm watching it on my iPad, but I don't see the screen. Thank you so much, Ray. I appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, well, it's just gone 8 o'clock in Indochina time. And so you a little bit of movement starting. We're looking at the 15-minute chart on gold, XAU USD. Oh. What's going on here now? Get that one off, get that one off, get that one off, get that one off, get that one off. And I'll have to. Okay. I think I got disconnected there. I'm going to try again. Okay. I think I got disconnected there, but now I think I'm back. Oh, God. So, Ray, are you still there? Oh, you're still here. Okay. It apparently disconnected me because I was connected to another device, trying to watch it on my iPad at the same time, but I don't know if that will work. So, yeah, 4 people are watching. You're the only one chatting. That's fine. So, yeah, let me just see if this will stay on. Okay, so we had that pop up. Yeah, that pop up. That's 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. Indochina time. And the reason I watch at AM, starting 8 a.m. in Indochina, that's Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, Thailand. And that's because that's when Singapore opens and Shanghai opens. And Shanghai is a gold exchange, just like London. So that's when you can get some good moves on gold and not crazy volatile. Usually once the trend starts, then it will continue that direction at least for an hour, maybe two, and sometimes for the whole day. So that's why I like to trade the Asia session. And it looks like what we're getting here, let me just reset my chart and move out a little bit. And you see what I've got there. I trade the trend lines. And we have that upward trend line, the green trend line. And then you have the red trend line, the downward trend line. So it looks like it's breaking the downward trend line. It's a 15-minute chart. And what I always prefer to do is wait till the candle closes, because it can change very quickly. But I see this is quite strong. Now it's trading at 40.65. And it's very tempting to go ahead and take a trade right now, actually. And I just did that. I just went short just now with a small trade. And I really prefer to wait till that candle closes, the first candle. It's been 8 minutes, and I prefer to wait till that 15-minute candle closes, but it looks like it's quite strong. So I went ahead and took a short. I'm short now in gold, a small trade. And I'm going to put my stop loss up above this previous high for today. That's 40.78. And I'll just go ahead and mark that on the chart for you. $40.78. And we'll put that one right there. That's our stop loss. Change that to yellow color. And okay, there we go. And then where would I put my... Okay, I'm done. Let me go back here and see if we got any comments. Yes, we're a little bit preemptive, Ray, I know. And it can happen that sometimes that candle will reverse and go back up and hit the stop loss. That's why I prefer, sometimes I break that little rule that I have if I see that big candle like that. It did pop up, and then the bias was very strong to go down short. And still 4 minutes left on that candle, so we'll just see what happens. Might end up reversing this trade, I don't. But the bias for gold right now is short. It's short on it's bearish on the day chart, and also bearish on the 4-hour chart. So that means that we can likely see continued bearish movement. And now I'm in a pretty strong. And messed up a little bit. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. And we'll just check the risk to reward ratio if we can. From here down to there would be, I'm not used to doing this on this chart. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So let me get in here and change this settings. And I want replay mode canvas. Oh, cancel that. This is not, oh, what have I got there? This is the, oh, I put the wrong thing in there. I put the Fibonacci in there. No wonder it didn't look right. I have a long position. There's my short position tool. It's very early in the morning, guys, so bear with me here. So, okay, and my stop loss is right there. Okay, so I have a 2.4 risk to reward ratio. That's okay. We'll see how it plays out. Now you see it's pulled back already, so I'm in a loss again. Slight loss, slight profit, slight loss. That was the entry point right there. Yeah, you only take one micro. That's according to your capital size, according to your account size. Don't overtrade. You have to protect your capital. Don't trade too big according to your capital size. If you have a small account, trade a micro lot. This the one I just took the trade on is also a small account, so I took a micro lot also. I don't trade big. If I do have a bigger account, I'm not trading that one today, and I'll trade mini lots on that one. Yeah, that okay. That candle looks to be holding out. 8 o'clock candle, the first 15-minute candle finished. So got in a little bit early, but still move. And it's the profit is holding. And now is the hardest thing for is to wait. Oh boy. Hardest thing for traders to do is to wait. Oh, Howard. Rising 3 pattern. Okay. I think you're talking about candlestick pattern. I don't follow candlestick patterns. That's not part of my strategy. I used to have that book by Steve Nyson, the one who developed the candlesticks for Forex trading back in 1979. And I read through that book, and I used to know all of those, all of those candlestick patterns: bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing, evening star, morning star. And I guess what you say now is a rising 3 pattern. Yeah. Okay, if you use candlestick patterns, that's, whatever your strategy is, if it works for you, yeah, head and shoulders. Okay. Whatever works for you, man, that's what you got to use. And what I'm doing, what you see on the chart, is what works for me. And it's very, very consistent. And it just works, so that's what I go with. It's what I've been using this entire year, 2025. And I've used many different strategies over the last 10 years, many different strategies. But I've found this one. This has been 2025 has been a year of reset for me. I've changed my strategy, trying to keep things simple. Let me explain what you see on the chart there. The yellow lines are support and resistance for today. Okay, I have an indicator on my MT4 and MT5 that adjusts the support and resistance lines automatically. And then I put those numbers on this chart. Yeah, pip-wise, this is just called a trend line strategy. That's all it is, a trend line strategy. No, it's not the trend rider. That one I did a video on quite some years ago, but I don't use that anymore. This is just the trend line strategy. The trend line strategy, that's all it is, trend line strategy. And what you see on the chart are the red lines are the downward trend lines, and the green lines are the upward trend lines. And when it breaks the trend line, like you see it has broken the downward trend line, then I go short. And I put my stop loss above the red downward trend line. It's broken the green line, which is the upward trend line. And now I put my stop loss, you can see there, is above the red, what I call the safety. If it breaks above that, well, it hits a stop loss and I'm done. And I don't move that. Now, I will move it if it gets enough into profit. I'll bring that stop loss down to just below break even, so that I don't have any, it's a guaranteed, I got something out of it. But you got to, with gold, before you should move your stop loss to break even, because gold can move back. It can pull back 100 pips, no problem. And then keep going the right direction. Come back, hit your stop loss, and then you got $1 or whatever, and then it goes the right direction, and you could have had $100. So you got to be, you got to be careful moving your stop loss to break even. Although that's the ideal situation, is moving that stop loss to break even, because then you don't lose anything. You took the trade, you don't lose anything. Yeah, you see a lot of lines. These yellow lines are the that first one there, the top one, that's the first resistance level. And the second one there, that's the stop loss. I just put that one in there so you can see where my stop loss is. Okay, and then the first support level is down there where it's the take profit. I use that for my first take profit. Oh, charts are gone. Let me stop sharing, and I'll start sharing again, and we'll see if that'll bring it back. I stopped sharing and I started sharing again. Bring it back. It could be my internet connection, not so strong. Okay. I don't know. I didn't get notice that that the chart was gone. I really appreciate that comment, because otherwise everybody's just looking at me. Great to have you on board, Ray, with all your comments, keeping me aware of what's going on here. I have done live before, but I used a third-party software. Now I'm doing live directly on YouTube. So it will take me a few days to kind of get used to the different functions and features of the controls on YouTube. So I think you got an explanation of my chart. It's just a simple strategy. It's a trend line strategy. It broke the trend line going short. So I went short. And now I'm in profit, good profit, 100 and no, let's see how many pips is that? That's about 70 pips and looking good. But this is, as I said, this is live trading is the future. Absolutely. It's a very easy strategy. And as I said in my video yesterday, I have about 80 to 90% profitable trades with this strategy. No, I don't ever add into the trades. I don't ever add into the trades. That's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. And I do tell people that how they can do that. Once it moves into profit, you want to add to a winning trade. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's not something that I do. Well, it's looking good here, eh? Wow, this is awesome. Thanks, Pipwise. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm. I was a scuba diving instructor, and now I'm retired from that. So retired and started trading Forex about 10 years ago. Starting a New York Stock Exchange more than 20 years ago, kind of part-time, but that didn't work out too well because of the time zone difference. But trading Forex for 10 years, getting a little bit of a pullback there. Now most of that big profit's gone, eh? We'll see what happens. See, it might come back up and test that that blue line there is the pivot point for the day. That's usually where the currency or the commodity will start, and then it will either move up and away from that, or it'll move down and away from that. Or if we get it in a sideways range, it will just stay around that blue line, the pivot point for the day. It will stay around there if we're going to be stuck in a sideways range. That's a really good question, CAC 31. For setting up the trend lines, I start with the monthly. I do top-down analysis. You can see this downward trend line here, this red one at the top, that goes all the way back to the monthly chart. And then where it connects the candle, then I start another trend line that comes down, and that one connected the candle, and I got another trend line that comes down there. So I start at the top-down analysis, monthly, put all of my trend lines, then I go to weekly, then I go to daily, then I go to 4 hour, and then I go to the chart that I use for my trading, and that's the 15-minute. That's the chart you're looking at. I used to trade on the 5 days. Guys, so just give me a notice if my chart disappears. Yeah, I used to trade on the 5-minute chart, and some people do that. They trade on the 5-minute chart. That's fine if that's what you find success with. But I found that it was too much noise and stopped out. So I give it, I like the 15-minute chart. And then I usually, except today, usually I will try and let the first 15-minute candle finish. I like to let the candle before I take a trade. That's my preference. Because the candle can change, as you know, it can change very quickly. A candle can look bearish and then suddenly, it's turned bullish. And that's what happened when the market opened on the hour we had a little bit of a pop up. And if you'd just quickly taken a buy trade, well, now you'd be in a big loss. So it's always best to let that first candle, or whichever candle you're watching, let that candle finish before you take the trade. You want to teach your dad what? Teach your dad diving? Well, Ray, that's a good question. When I do my analysis, just kind of generally scanning through things, I look at the DXY, sure, to see what's going on, but I don't let that influence my trade. Generally, the big picture is the DXY, the US dollar is bearish. It's declining ever since Trumpty Dumpty took office. And that's good for gold. Okay. But as you can see now, we're in a bearish bias with gold. So I don't use a correlation to make my decision to take a trade. No. Right now, what really influences gold more than anything is exactly what you just said, is interest rate cuts or interest rate increases. So if the interest rate on the dollar is high, which it has been this year, that's not good for gold because people want to hold the dollar. If you got high interest rate on the dollar, you want to hold the dollar. You don't, why should you hold gold? You don't get any interest on gold. But then throughout this year, everybody's expecting interest rate cuts. So that's been really good for gold. We've been seeing a very bullish sentiment with gold. And if the interest rates continue to be cut, then gold will continue to move up. So we have had a couple of interest rate cuts. But if you remember last month, Jerome Powell, he said, guys, in December, there is no guarantee that we're going to continue to cut the interest rates. And so we've been seeing a decline in gold. That's put a little bit of fear in the market that they're going to hold the interest rates or maybe even start putting them back up because inflation is not under control in the US. Now, what have we got here? A doji on that last, yeah, bit of a doji there, which can often be a continuation candle. Sometimes it's a reversal candle, sometimes it's a continuation candle. And now we look like we're continuing our bearish move. Go, baby, go. Okay. So yeah, there's that uncertainty with the interest rates. And last month, Jerome Powell said there's no guarantee in December that they're going to continue to lower the interest rates. So everybody's kind of like, And now there even more recent news says there's a lot of conflict within the federal chairmans throughout the U.S. that they might not lower the interest rates next month on that. And if they hold the interest rates or put them back up, then that could mean that gold will continue. Yeah, sometimes the emotions come out. I love. Don't we all love to see a trade move into profit? This one is great. We are in the, this is the most difficult time for traders. The most difficult thing to do is to sit on your hands and just let the trade. because it's not just going to run down there and hit the take profit and then, it's done for the day. It takes time to play out. Sometimes I'm finished trading within 30 minutes, but that's unusual. Sometimes the trade will take 3 or 4 hours to get to that take profit. But you have to be willing to let the trade play out. And you have to be willing to accept a loss. We don't know that this is the right move. We don't know. There's no guarantee that gold is going to continue down. We don't know that we're wrong until we're proven right. Where are we now? At 40.55. Kind of hard for me to see those numbers. Let me jump back over here. 40.63 is our pivot point. Yeah, what you see it doing now, after that first candle, that big red candle, what you will often see is a bit of sideways movement, and then the move will continue. So it kind of consolidates there for a little bit and then continues the same direction. That's normal, very normal. After a big candle, then you'll see some sideways movement and then the move will continue. And that's exactly what we're seeing now. So still have a very, very small profit now. Had good profit earlier, but now a very small profit. Still hasn't got to the point where I want to move the stop loss down to break even. Need to let it go another 100 pips, actually, at least 50 pips. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. Okay. We got 6 people watching. Yeah, don't forget to like, guys. Click the like button. My channel, I guess all of you have subscribed to the channel. Anyway, this is the first day of my regular live, Monday to Friday, guaranteed. That's my new discipline. I won't be doing the weekly analysis videos anymore, which I've been releasing every Sunday, but I'm changing my idea, my style just a little bit. I'm going to do these live YouTube sessions because I've been a lot of requests for this, actually. People saying, do you do live? Do you do live? Yeah, I don't mind looking at other pairs. I look at mostly I have the major pairs on my chart. Oh, the S&P 500. I don't trade those. Let's see if I can jump over to the S&P 500 and that's the Dow Jones. There we go. S&P 500. I hope this is not going to screw up my live. Let me try. Okay. And yeah, not much movement on that. The S&P 500 and the US 30, those things, they move mostly during the US session. So you're not going to get anything on those. And we'll just look at, while I'm changing charts here, we'll look at Bitcoin, 1,000 in October, down to 80,000. The DXY right quick. I think you're seeing all of these changes as I make them. Yeah. Okay. DXY. I don't look it, to me, it's pointless to look at the DXY on the 15-minute chart. But if you go to that, so this where it started down, that's when Trumpty Dumpty took office. And it's been going down ever since. And we have had US dollar and been getting a little bit of a move up back. It's like it likes this 100 level. And it got quite far below that. So the market's been pushing that back up. And this could be with anticipation that they're going to hold interest rates at the level where they are. So that might be giving some strength, some bullish momentum to the US dollar. But I don't think we're going to see it go much higher than where it is now. I think we'll start to see a continuing decline on the US dollar. But you see, I have all of these major pairs on my chart that I do scan through those and look at them. I'll go back to gold on the 15-minute chart. Okay. Now we're still in a very small loss. Just waiting for that candle to go back down. CAD Swiss. What, one or two pairs and build a relationship with one or two pairs and just watch those one or two pairs all the time. And you'll find that your success will increase dramatically because you start to see and understand and have a feeling for how they move on a regular. And that's why I only trade gold. I used to have everything on the chart, all the major pairs, a bunch of minor pairs, the CAD JPY, the odd JPY, all the major pairs, bunch of minor pairs, pound New Zealand. But you can't build a relationship with all of those different pairs that are all moving in different directions. You need to have a relationship with the one or two pairs that you trade. And you'll learn how they move, because what I can tell you right now, because I know gold so well, I've watched it for years, and it's the only thing I've traded in 2025. What we might see in the next 18 minutes, that means 9 a.m. Indo-China time, on the hour, right on the hour, at 9 o'clock exactly, it will turn around and go up, turn around. And how do I know that? Because I've watched gold so much. I don't like to see that because I want this to go down, take profit. But you know, this the last few months, generally, once the trend starts at 8 o'clock, it will continue at least times for the whole day. Sometimes this will set the trend for the whole day. Do I trade SMC? I don't know what is SMC. Okay, that's a good question, CAC 31. What indicator do I use for the yellow and blue line? Okay, as you can see, I'm using TradingView and I have not been able to find a good support and resistance indicator for TradingView, not one that I like. So what I use, I have an indicator on MT4 and MT5, and it shows me the support and resistance indicators, just the support support and resistance numbers. So that's what I use. So I look at MT4. Okay, I think I'm back. Oh, good. Oh, so sorry about that. Yeah, my internet connection here in my condo is not so great. I will try and fix that, but I really appreciate you guys' patience and staying on there, hanging in. Now we've only got only one person watching, apparently. Everybody bailed out. So looking at the gold chart right now on the 15-minute chart, and what we can see is just a little bit of sideways movement after that initial candle when the market opened, that big red candle. When that one dropped down, then it went going sideways a little bit of downward bias, and looks like it wants to continue down. But this, as I've said many times, this is the hardest part for a trader, is waiting and just letting it play out. You have to sit on your hands. Just have to sit on your hands. Okay, good. Yeah, thank you, CAC, for bringing that up. You don't need the name because the indicator is free and it's on my website, rickrayfx.com. If you go there, there's a tab that says indicators, and you click that and you can see several indicators there, and I have the support and resistance. The actual name is TZ Pivots. And there's two versions. There's an MT4 version and an MT5 version, and they're not interchangeable. Whichever platform you use, you have to use that one, MT4 or MT5. And both versions are on my website, free download, rickrayfx.com. It is at 40.25. Okay, guys, I'm going to do something here. You're welcome, CAC. Oh, by the way, guys, you're still here. Those of you that are listening, just comments there where you're from, where you live, where you're based. I would really like to know. I know Ray is from New Zealand. So it's getting close to 9 o'clock, and sometimes, as I've said, this it will reverse and go the opposite direction and go right back to where it started, the beginning of the hour. So, guys, I'm going to move my stop loss below break even. I entered at 40.55.75. Just bear with me here while I change this. CAC, you live in Bangkok? Wow, that's cool. So do I. I don't know if you knew that. I live in Bangkok. Hey, Seth, where are you based? Where are you from? Kind of coming back a little bit. 40.55.5. Modify position. Okay, I just moved my stop loss below break even. And sometimes I regret that because gold will come back up, hit the break even, and then start going in the right direction again. But the thing is, it's getting close to 9 o'clock. And sometimes I've seen on the hour, which is 5 minutes from now, gold will absolutely reverse and go back to where it started. Yes, Thailand is great, Kang. I've been here for 36 years. Are you Thai? น้องแคกเป็นคนไทยหรือเปล่า Seth, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I came here as a scuba diving instructor looking for a job. Oh, you're Dutch. I came here to Thailand in 1989 looking for a job as a scuba diving instructor. And I didn't leave. I'm still here in 2025. ขอบคุณที่ชมครับ After about 2 years, I just decided, man, this place is great. Why should I leave? And so then I opened my own dive shop in Pattaya. And I had my own dive shop, a PADI 5-star instructor development center. And then I sold that business. Yeah, Raj, looking good, eh? Looking good. As I told everybody, I just moved my stop loss below break even. Let me see how much I've got here. Oh, this is a good profitable trade today. So it's still 4 minutes before the hour. Sometimes on the hour, it can reverse and go right back to where it started. So that's why I moved my stop loss below break even. Pip wise, 1:56 a.m. And where are you based, Pip wise? I don't think you told me. Oh, from Ghana. Wow. You're up very late. I have a couple of students from Ghana. One guy, he lives here in Bangkok. He's an English teacher. He's from Ghana. I have several students in Africa: Uganda, Ghana, South Africa. Can't remember where everybody's from. Okay, Raj. Yeah, that's cool. You know, you can close your trade anytime you want. I've got a really good trade here. I might do the same. But this is so bearish. I'm going to close mine too. Because, wait, what have I got here? Ow. I hit the wrong button there. So what did I get? Ah. Okay. I got out with good profit on that trade. Your day trading, Raj? Oh, futures, yeah. Oh, how many pips was that? Let's just have a look. And we can measure that right quick from right there. Let's see, where did I take the trade? 55. It's 130 pips from where I took the trade. I didn't take it at the pivot. Remember, I let the candle started to move, and then after it broke the trend line, that's where I took the trade. So 130 pips on that. Yeah, and this next candle has started. The 9 o'clock candle has started. 9 o'clock Indochina time. And it's pulling back just a little bit, but it's quite bearish. Now, if it continues down, the first support level is that first yellow line you see there, and that is 4025. 4025 is the first support level. If it should continue down, it's very likely to go all the way to 4025. And if I was patient and let that go down, then it might have continued to the take profit. However, see what it's doing at 9 o'clock? But the momentum is bearish. Now it's just come up a little bit. It looks like it wants to continue down, even at 9 o'clock. Yep. Okay, pip-wise, your support is 4022. That's very close to my support at 4025. And remember that it's not a magic number. There's no no correct. I gotta just plug in my phone here. Okay, you gotta look at the support and resistance levels. They are zones. Okay, it's a zone. 4022, 4025, that's a zone. It's not a magic number to go to. And you're within almost the same support level. 4022, 4025. Howard, that's funny. Arrive at the party late, so you know what kind of party it is, then leave before the cops come. So you got your 75 pips. Okay. Congratulations, Howard. However, let me give you a little bit of advice. Sometimes it's prudent to move your stop loss just below break even and let the trade play out. Because, oftentimes it will keep going. It will go right to the take profit. And, that 75 pips could have been 150 pips. So don't always be taking your profit too early. But again, if that works for you, magic. But sure, you don't want to just, it goes the right direction. You see a couple of dollars, 5 pips, 10 pips, and you bail out. You have to let the trades play out. Patience in trading is the key to success. You have to learn how to sit on your hands. Like right now, 9 o'clock, we're getting a little bit of a greenish candle there. But I did go ahead and close mine because I had good profit also. And I'm going to finish this YouTube session. It's my first session, and I will be here again tomorrow. I'll be here every day, Monday to Friday at the same time. and hopefully we won't have so many issues with the internet. But thank all of you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. And just a small number of viewers today. That's all right. It's the first time, and this will grow. We'll have more people watching every day. And I didn't even share this anywhere. I didn't share it on Facebook or Telegram or anywhere else. So it's just a result of that first video that I made yesterday. Yeah, that's true, Howard. You can always re-enter. You could re-enter the trade now. Take a smaller trade, re-enter, and the money is in the bank. Very, very true. You can always re-enter a trade. You know, excuse me. Get rid of the stop loss. Now, get rid of my take profit. Okay. So I have a perfectly clean chart. This is if I just started trading now, this would be what I would be going with. Above my red line, the downward trend line here, I would go long. If it breaks below the green line, this is my upward trend line. If it breaks below that, I'll go short. That's my strategy. But I will not do that because I always start at 8 o'clock a.m. That's this first candle here. And that's when most of the movement will start generally, usually. All right. So for me, the trade is done. It's played out. I've got my profit. But if I was looking to take another trade, this is what I would do. I have a clean chart, but I'm not very likely to take that. I would not take that because that means my stop loss is way up here. It's quite far away. Whereas before, this was over here like that. And when this candle broke, then my stop loss was just right there, very near, not too far away. So with a break of the trend line here, then I would need to put my stop loss above my safety line, above the red line, and that's too far away. So I would not take that trade. London session. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And I never trade in the US session. Oh yeah, okay, Pipwise, that happens. That happens. I know. And that's why you say, you know, last week you took a small profit because it's not doing anything and it's frustrating and it's playing with your head. It's playing with your emotions. You have to learn to sit on your hands, let the trade play out. Okay, CAC. Yeah, I usually just will take one trade in the morning session. Like right now, I took one trade, I'm done. I'm done. And now I'm going to have a cup of coffee and a slice of toast and then relax a little bit. And then I go to the gym. And then I'll come back later and look at the London session. Sometimes I will take 2 trades in a day, maybe 3, but usually just one trade. Like right now, I'm done. Shaniel Miller. I told the name of the indicator. This yellow line here is the first support line, and the top yellow line is the first resistance line, and the blue line is the pivot point, the starting point for the day. And it will usually move away from that and go down, or move away from that and go up. And the name of that indicator is TZ Pivots, and it's on my website, rickrayfx.com. There's a tab there that says indicators, and you can download that for free. It's for MT4 and MT5. It doesn't work on TradingView. So you can put it on MT4 or MT5, and then I just draw a yellow line, horizontal line with the same numbers on MT4 and MT5. It updates every day when the market starts. It gives you new support and resistance levels every day when the market starts. So I just transfer those to my TradingView. I have not been able to find a good support and resistance indicator for TradingView, not one that I like. So that's why I do that. Well, you guys are still here. I'm really surprised. It's been an hour and 10 minutes already. If you got any other comments or questions, don't forget to like this channel and subscribe. Click the bell so you'll be notified. And tomorrow I'll try to remember to also post on Facebook, but I'll be here at the same time every day. This is when I do my trading. This is my trading time. The Asian market starts at 8 a.m. Indochina time. That's in Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos. 9 a.m. in Malaysia and Singapore. And then I'll take my trade, and I might be here for 2 hours, but now I'm done. And I'm kind of glad I took my profit. This green candle here at 9 o'clock, this first candle, looks like it wants to go back up to the pivot point. Oh, that 40762, that yellow line, that was my stop loss. That was not a resistance level. That was a stop loss. And the trade is finished, so I removed that line. The first resistance level is the one you see there, that yellow line at the top. 4103. And the first support level is that 4025. Or for CAC, 4022. It's the same thing. It's a zone where it will go. Like 4103 is the first resistance level, but really 4,100 is the first resistance level. It's a zone. 4103 is what the indicator says, so that's where I put the line, but it's a zone. You know, it gets up to 4,100, and you'll see, if it does go back up there, you'll see that it starts to kind of play around and stay there, go sideways, and maybe eventually break above on the 4-hour chart, and gold is bearish on the day chart. So it looks like I've lost my connection, and then now it's back. Okay, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to sign out and have my little bit of a breakfast, cup of coffee, slice of toast with some olive oil, and then relax. And then I'll, as I said, go to the gym shortly. So really appreciate you guys being here. Don't forget to like and share. And I'll see you again tomorrow, same time. Okay? Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I wish you all the best of success with your trades today, and I'll see you again tomorrow.